star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. And in our matchup tonight, you'll see the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Detroit Pistons. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You look at the Timberwolves. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And I think for Detroit, they've been middle of the pack for most of the season. This just might be who they are. Not a great team, but at least they aren't bringing up the rear.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duren at the center spot. Cunningham is out there with LeVert, and it's Howland in at the 3 slot. And for the Bucks, Portis will function as the pivot with Antetokounmpo by his side. Kevin Porter is out there with Rollins. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward. What a matchup we have tonight, Greg, in the front court. I know everyone, you and I included, have been waiting for this one.
And when you got two of the best bigs in the league going at it tonight, it's must-see TV. I can't wait to call this one, guys.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And his athleticism comes through in all kinds of ways. You've got to be nimble to make moves like Giannis.
Antetokounmpo with the steal. It's stolen by Harris. Here's Holland. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Watching the trajectory on a floater never gets old. One of the most fun ways to score that this league has.
Portis a screen on Harris. Right side, Portis. It's stolen by Cunningham. Here's Holland. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Pass to Rollins. Back to Giannis. Lays it up off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket of the game.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
LeVert the pass to Cunningham. LeVert sets a screen for Cunningham. Back to LeVert. Porter with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And finished off by Porter.
And this is how you execute in transition. Porter Jr. enjoys leaking out and running all over the defense.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Cunningham against Rollins. Pass to Duren. And the layup is good.
Well, that's what I love about Duren. He understands his game and his limitations. He likes the ball down low. He is not going to take too many threes.
Here's Rollins. Covered by Cunningham. Out to Kuzma. Antetokounmpo looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense from Harris. And it's Harris with the ball for Detroit. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards. And that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, I don't think you can look at these matchups and think it can be just one guy. I would have everybody on the glass to help out.
Now, here's Portis. From outside, off the mark. Greg, over the last 9 seasons, The Bucks with the second most wins in the regular season.
I mean, a dominant run to be sure. Not to mention the franchise's second ever title back in 21. Those are things you can never take away.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. The Pistons trailing. Cunningham kicks to Harris. Duran with a screen on Giannis. Harris passes to LeVert. Lets the three fly. Drains it from beyond the arc.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor him.
Here's Rollins. Nothing on the board.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Cunningham. And good that time.
And the defense was solid right there, but Cunningham was able to fight through it with better offense.
So the Bucks, their last game, a win against the Washington Wizards.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
You have to take advantage of opportunities. That's exactly what they did, and really, that's all you can ask for.
Rollins against Cunningham. Harris outside. There's the lob for Harris. That one, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
There is no doubt about it. They'd love to have that one back.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
Now, here's LeVert. Last time out, he had 13 points. Holland, no good. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to spend a few minutes with Doc Rivers. I asked him what his thoughts were on Cade Cunningham, and he said Cade is extremely talented. He's got great size. He plays under control. He's one of those guys that makes his teammates better. It's easy to see why he initiates so much of their offense. Kevin, back to you.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Here's Harris after the made shot from Bobby Portis.
Well, that's a tough matchup for the offense there. It's a low probability on that shot.
Porter passes to Giannis. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Giannis has got 10 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Cunningham. He's coming off a 16-point game against Atlanta. Harris, right side. Back to Cunningham. Clock at 6. Will it go? Good on the three-point shot. He's got 5.
Really efficient from the perimeter. He is finding those shots, and he is making them.
Outside, Porter. Kuzma kicks to Giannis. Back to Kuzma. Pass to Portis. It's blocked.
Yeah, going straight up with those long arms. Duran flat out, a brick wall around the rim.
Cunningham against Rollins. Cunningham gets the bucket. The Bucks have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Here's Giannis. Sweet little floater.
Well, unless the defense adjusts, I don't see any change here. He has flat out taken over this game with his scoring.
Here's LeVert. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Cunningham. LeVert beyond the arc. Kuzma pulls it in. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Bucks. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Outside, Porter. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Serious hops from Porter on that one. Slamming it down with authority.
Pistons trail by 4. Cunningham passes to LeVert. Back to Cunningham. Duren a screen. Cunningham finds Duren. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Duren's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, Cade is in command of this offense. He knows exactly where his guys are and when to get them the ball.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Trent's checked in for the Bucks. Anthony comes in for Kevin Porter. Robinson's checked in for Detroit. Ivy comes in for Karis LeVert. Anthony left side. Six to shoot. Portis, the pass to Rollins. Over Ivy. Rollins with the bucket.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, you came to the right place.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 7. Over Anthony. Cunningham's shot is off.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
You know, Tim, one thing you hear about Cade Cunningham is his leadership skills.
Yeah, Kevin, he is very mature and unselfish. While this team definitely revolves around his play, he doesn't make it all about himself, and that is the difference.
Here's Antetokounmpo after the basket by Detroit. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Pistons trail by 4. Now Ivy, looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Pass to Duren. Trent with it. Duren picks him up. Here's Rollins. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. And an important part of every team's game. We'll look at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security. It continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
.131 left here in the opening quarter. Kick out to Giannis. And the 3 off target.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Robinson, that's good.
As a playmaker, Ivy has an interesting upside. If he continues to develop those skills, he'd only increase his value.
Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throw of the night here. Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Portis. Taurean Prince comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Gary Harris in for Rollins. On the free throw, no good. And Tim, the improvement for the Detroit Pistons keyed by acquiring veteran floor spacers. You must like that aspect, am I right?
Yeah, I love that, Kevin. The fact that they have a star offensive player and they went out and added guys that can create more space for their best player and also have become a great defensive team.
Now here's Prince. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. In the corner, it's Harris. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Here's Ivy, outside for Robinson. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Now here's Anthony. Prince in the corner. Jacks up a 3. Doesn't go that time. Tie game in Milwaukee. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And that's where their advantage is. Throw the ball inside, make it difficult for the defense to make some decisions.
Detroit's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Prince out there with Jackson. Then it's Turner. Then it's Gary Trent. And it's Anthony in at the point guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Clock at 4. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Now, here's Ivy. Pass to Robinson. Here's Reed. That 3 off the mark. And Anthony's got the ball here for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's Prince on the wing. Reed with the steal. Robinson passes to Stewart. Over Jackson. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Bucks leading to the inside. Prince. And Prince with the jam.
Going to the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
So it's Detroit now after the basket by Milwaukee. Bounce pass from Ivy. Stewart passes to Green. Pass to Reed. Here's the 3. A rebound by the Bucks. On the wing, Turner. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Now it's a 7-point Bucks lead. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you. Well, the Bucks want to capitalize on their bigs. Coach Doc Rivers said, one advantage we have is our size, and the slower the game gets, the bigger we get. So taking opponents out of transition, making it a half-court game, allows us to be a big basketball team. Guys?
Leveraging all that size. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. And Milwaukee has possession following the 3 by Detroit. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Turner's got 5 points in the quarter.
A big like Turner just using that height inside, it's almost a lost art.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And some changes here for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Taurean Prince. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Jackson. And Porter subbed in for Trent. Then for the Pistons, Holland, he's checked in for Paul Reed. Karis LeVert comes in for Green. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Ivy. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Anthony against Cunningham. There's a good screen to the middle. Here's Holland. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Holland's got 6.
And really with a pass-first mentality, Cunningham, the type of player that you like to play with.
Outside Porter. Pass to Anthony. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Bucks lead by 6.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Cunningham passes to Robinson. Cunningham, a screen on Kuzma. And finished off by Robinson.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Here's Antetokounmpo after the basket by Detroit. Physical basketball from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Every aspect of Giannis's game showing tonight. Just unreal.
Pistons trail by 6. Cunningham outside. Pass to LeVert. Stewart with the screen on Porter. LeVert and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Milwaukee leading by 4. Here's Anthony. Left side, Antetokounmpo. And a miss there on the triple. Detroit has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Good work defensively by Anthony.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That's his first foul. Milwaukee making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Pass to Kuzma. A three-pointer is right on target. Kuzma's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks.
That is a great possession. Get Kuzma the ball, and Kyle will drill those catch-and-shoot chances.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Detroit making a switch here. Duran's checked in. Let's see some of the numbers here for Cade Cunningham.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Pistons trail by 7. Pass to Duran. When you think about elite offensive players, Tim, what's one area that can really put them over the top and into a completely different category?
I think it's those guys that have a willingness to move without the basketball. If you have a willingness to run and cut and re-space, it's going to create a lot of problems for a defense.
Has that even become more of a thing now as you watch these high-octane space and pace type offenses?
There is no question it's become something that's a priority for teams now, and I also think the ingenuity of these young coaches creates a better flow offensively if you're willing to run without the basketball.
Ah, that's terrific. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. A 26-point game for him in the win against the Wizards in Washington. Shot clock at 3. Kuzma can't get it to go. Pistons trail by 4. LeVert finds Duran. Now LeVert. Pistons passing it around. Robinson on the wing. Guarded by Kuzma. And it's LeVert missing. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Here's Portis. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Giannis has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Cunningham. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Robinson. Duran sets the screen for Robinson. Hits it from three-point range. Robinson's got 11.
Well, a couple made threes in the first quarter, and he's not slowing down after drilling another one.
Giannis passes to Portis. Back to Antetokounmpo. Porter with the screen for Anthony. And there's the drive. Cunningham with some nice D.
You have to love his confidence, but you also need to read the situation.
Count it. Now just a 1-point Milwaukee lead.
And I like the fact they didn't settle there. They worked for a higher percentage shot.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's ready to talk things through with them. Rollins checked in for the Bucks. And Detroit with a change here too. Harris has checked in. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 16. Kuzma outside. Down low. Portis. It's Porter outside. A defense that time from Duran.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Bounce pass from Cunningham. Holland the pass to Cunningham. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Outside Portis. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And here's Porter. Out to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Rollins. And a wide open look for Porter. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Porter's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And you love Porter's effort level on offense. He works hard to find his shot.
Pistons trailed by 3. And this young Pistons team, GA, you and I love them, building around toughness.
Yeah, offensively, attacking the paint, defensively, where they are engaged. And they'll send you to the foul line quite a bit, but it's a product of that hard-nosed style.
Milwaukee's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Kuzma outside. Pass to Rollins. Back to Kuzma. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. And stolen by Harris. The finish and slam dunk by Harris.
Well, you can't waste fast break opportunities, and Harris knew that. He found the look he wanted.
Porter looking it over. Inside. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Detroit's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Cunningham against Rollins. And Cunningham with the slam.
Playing above the rim. That's an aggressive move by Cunningham.
The Bucks trail. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Outside, Porter. Porter's a screen on LeVert. It's stolen by Duran. And it's LeVert missing.
Yeah, this quarter has just been a struggle for him offensively.
And Kuzma has it in the corner. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Kuzma's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Bucks. There's a minute 34 left here in the second. Duran sets the screen for Cunningham. Pass to Holland. Cunningham inside, guarded by Porter. Cunningham's shot is off. Milwaukee's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. To the middle, here's Kuzma, and Kuzma slams it in.
And this is why you work Kuzma into these sets, because he knows how to take advantage.
There's a minute left in the first half. Bounce pass, LeVert. Cunningham banked in off the glass. Cunningham's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Milwaukee in the lead. Antetokounmpo kicks to Porter. And another three for Milwaukee.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
43 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Collins against Cunningham. Down low. And Duren slams it in.
And that is playing big down in the paint. Duren focused and flushing it home.
Antetokounmpo passes to Rollins. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That is his first foul of the game. There's 21 seconds left now here in the second. Portis a screen on Harris. Giannis passes to Portis. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Giannis has got 6 assists now in the game. Cunningham looking it over. Here's Holland. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bucks lead by 5. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
On the court now with J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach, as we approach the second half, what's going to be the deciding factor?
Just maintain. I think there were some things defensively that we left on the table where we gave up some cheap ones because we didn't communicate. So we solved those. I think we give ourselves a good shot going into the half.
All right. Thanks so much, Coach.
Terrific, Allie. Thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Happy to have you with us. Let's bring you up to speed on the winners of the Player of the Month awards. In the East, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
After a while, some guys get comfortable. Now Giannis, he continues to work hard, adding layers to his game.
Yeah, with his success, it fueled his will to win, Shaq, rather than diminishing it.
And time to take it back to that first half now. How about what Giannis Antetokounmpo was doing?
I'll take it one further. When Giannis is this hot offensively, he looks like the best power forward of all time. Apologies to Tim Duncan.
Will you stop it? Let's not go there. Stop it, Kitty.
I said looks like, Shaq.
Stop it, Kitty.
Like.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
Pistons trail by 5. Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duren at the center spot. Cade Cunningham out there with LeVert, and it's Holland in at the 3 spot. Duren, no good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Now, here's Cunningham. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, Greg, after struggling with injuries to start his NBA career, Cade Cunningham is figuring it out.
And the former #1 overall pick in 21, last season his first All-Star appearance, and he's only getting started.
First one falls for him. Tim, when you think about how the game is currently being played, how hard do you think it is to defend?
It's a lot tougher than it used to be because you have much more ground to cover defensively with the number of three-point shooters that are on the floor, plus the number of guys that understand how to draw fouls.
And the league changes, don't they, in the way they officiate, so that is kind of an ever-changing way to grasp what you do on the defensive end.
Yeah, the league has tried to help defenders, give them a little bit more leeway because of how difficult it is to defend this level of skill.
Rollins with the bucket.
And with the height to see over the defense, the eyes to spot the open man, Giannis continues to flourish as a facilitator.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. 7-point differential. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. And Duren slams it in.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Now, here's Porter. He's got 11. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
There is no doubt about it. They'd love to have that one back.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And then the thunderous dunk, adding insult to injury.
So it's the Bucks now, following the bucket by the Pistons. Rollins against Cunningham. Portis a screen on Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. Porter double team. And here's Giannis from outside. And the Bucks miss again.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, Tim, regardless of where he's played, Caris LeVert has always found a role.
Well, there's a lot to like, Kevin. He can defend as well as create offensively, and that means he's going to be in your rotation.
And he makes the first. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Here's Antetokounmpo. 16 points for him. Portis the screen. Porter outside. Offensive rebound. Tries again from outside the arc. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And now that's 1 3 in each half. He is trying to make the most of those three-point opportunities.
LeVert screen on Rollins. Here's Cunningham, and stolen by Portis. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Kuzma slams it in.
And with his size and athletic ability, playing above the rim, not an issue for Kuzma.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Rollins against Cunningham. Harris inside the line. Detroit, no good that time either.
That's great shot selection, just poor execution. If you're going to take those mid-range shots, you've got to knock them down.
And now, Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Back to you, Kevin.
Able to dial it in. Okay, Allie, thanks. Bucks leading by 9. And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
And let's take a look at Kyle Kuzma's numbers. How last month turned out for him. He's putting up about 14 points a night, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
Yeah, truthfully, I think his numbers are fine, but in talking to him, he thinks they should be even better.
Now, here's Kuzma. He's got 10. Clock at 6. Rollins the pass to Portis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Milwaukee.
I like this throwback approach they've taken, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to Rollins. Now, here's Portis. No good that time. Great defense that time from Duren. Here's LeVert, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
Outside, Porter. Kuzma outside. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Pass to Giannis. Down low, inside. Giannis drops it in.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Cunningham passes to Duren. Now the Bucks moving it up. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And big men aren't supposed to move that well in the open floor. That's a big reason Giannis earned the name, the Freak.
Pistons trail by 13. Cunningham outside. In the corner, it's Duren. LeVert kicks to Holland. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
And this is Duren showing you his #1 strength. This is one of the top offensive rebounders in this league.
Outside, Porter. Here's Rollins. 8 points for him. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Over Harris. Another miss by Giannis.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Misses the three.
Oh, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. No good on the free throw. So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
And the second free throw, good.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Portis, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Pistons trail by 12. Ivy passes to LeVert. Back to Ivy. Puts up a deep 3. The rebound by Turner.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Nice shot by Portis.
As he's gotten older, we've seen KPJ become a willing passer.
And it's Harris with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. To the left side wing. Back to Ivy. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Durham. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. The Pistons second.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Stewart checked in for Durham.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Bounce pass from Ivy. LeVert against Porter. Holland the pass to Harris. Fires from deep. A shot that time, not on target. Prince with the defensive effort.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate. Well, just keep feeding him. He has been lights out.
Pistons trail by 20. Ivy with it. He's got 5. Back to LeVert. Pass to Stewart. 6 on the shot clock. Detroit needs to get off a shot to end the run. The shot by Ivy, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. A different look for Milwaukee. Trent's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Anthony subbed in for Kevin Porter. Then for the Pistons, Reed comes in for Holland. Robinson is subbed in for Karis LeVert. Now, here is Reed. Still yet to score. Sinks the triple.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Turner with a screen on Ivy. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And here are the numbers for Turner. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. And he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And you aren't top 3 in blocks unless you're committed to dominating in that category. His awareness and hustle is off the charts. Very impressive. He hits the second from the line.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. Pass to Reed. Now Ivy, covered by Rollins. For 3, Harris. Prince grabs the miss.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
The Bucks have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4-7 from the foul line tonight.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Now here is Robinson. 16 points for him.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Stolen by Robinson. Here's Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And one of the best guard finishers. Ivy relentless when attacking the rim.
And before his untimely injury, Jaden Ivey, Greg, was blossoming in his 3rd season.
Yeah, his shooting touch showed tremendous improvement. Great to see him back on the court, and still plenty of time to deliver on his potential.
Prince has checked in for Milwaukee. And the tough guy reputation, Tim, well earned for Isaiah Stewart.
Well, yeah, he's a physical presence, Kevin. He does not shy away from an alley fight. He brings that edge every team needs, and it is especially welcome in the Motor City.
And here is Robinson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Stewart finds Ivy. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And that is great strength and focus by Ivy. He just refused to let the defense get the better of him.
The Pistons shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And that one misses. So nice to see Jaden Ivey back in action, Tim, after suffering that broken fibula last season.
Yeah, Kevin, he was just hitting his stride when he had a very difficult injury. In particular, he was upping his shooting percentage from the field. Now he's looking to continue that momentum.
And he's good on the second.
And what I love about Giannis, yeah, he's a superstar, an MVP, a champion. But best of all, Giannis is an incredible ambassador for the game.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Robinson dishes to Reed. Shot clock at 6. Ivy kicks to Robinson. Hits the three-point bomb. Robinson's got 19 points.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
Giannis a screen on Ivy, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
And so it's Milwaukee, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We come back right after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, so impressive for a big guy to make a find like a guard.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Turner at center with Antetokounmpo next to him. Gary Trent is out there with Cole Anthony. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Turner with a screen for Giannis. Stewart with the steal. Here's Cunningham. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Well, that's why he's an all-star. When Cunningham gets going, there is no answer defensively.
Bucks leading by 15. Anthony looking it over. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And it's blocked. And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it. And Stewart gets it to go.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Here's Giannis. Prince, the pass to Giannis. Pass to Turner. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. And the Bucks lead by 15.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Robinson for 3. Giannis grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Anthony can't hit.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Bucks leading by 15. Prince looking around. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Bobby Portis has checked in for the Bucks. Duren, he's checked in for the Pistons. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Pistons trail by 15. Now Cunningham. Now here is Reed. Ivy kicks to Robinson. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Bucks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Pass to Giannis. Shoots from 12. Rebounded by the Pistons. Duren's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Ivy dishes to Robinson. To the paint. Here's Cunningham. Prince with the defensive effort. And Prince has got the ball here for the Bucks. Portis finds Anthony. Driving in, and here's Prince outside. Pistons trail by 15. Ivy with it, picked up by Portis to end the cold streak. Cunningham in for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
And Cade gets the basket right at the rim, using that length inside.
Here's Anthony. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle. He said to his guys, this one is not over yet. You have worked hard for this lead, and we are not about to give it up now. Stay focused and keep hustling. Back to you guys.
And Allie, thanks so much. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Prince outside. Cunningham against Trent. 5 on the clock. It's tipped. From deep. Rebound by the Pistons. Duran's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Ivy.
Oh, interior defense doesn't hold back against Ivy, but he just explodes right by them and gets it to go.
Milwaukee's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Anthony against Ivy. Portis, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Portis a screen on Reed. Just 5 to shoot. And a wide open look for Portis. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Pistons trail by 13. Here's Ivy. Duran a screen. Cunningham for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Cunningham's got 11 points here in just the second half. The Bucks have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. The wide open look here for Anthony with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. And the Bucks lead by 12. Crafty move. Rebound, Milwaukee. To the inside. Antetokounmpo kicks to Portis. His three-pointer's off the mark. Pistons trail by 12. Inside. Here's Reed. Prince grabs the miss. Prince has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Fires the 3. Hits it from three-point range.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
Cunningham finds Duran. Now Ivy, 5 to shoot. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Ivy's got 4 this quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Outside Anthony. And it's Trent in the corner. Offline with his 3. Pistons trail by 13. Over in the corner, Cunningham. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
And he is a guy who typically needs the ball in his hand, so it's good to see Cunningham as a catch-and-shoot option.
Outside Anthony. Down low. Here's Trent. Kicks it out to Giannis. Pass to Anthony. It's Trent on the wing. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. And it's off from three-point range. Reed with it. Now Anthony defending. 14 feet away. Pass to Reed. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Trent. Bucks leading by 11 to the middle. Here's Anthony. Plenty of space. Milwaukee. No good that time either.
That's just unlucky. You don't mind him taking that shot at all.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee. On Friday, they'll be taking on Tyrese Maxey and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons.
And for that matchup against the Nets, This is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
That's good from Cunningham.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
A different look for Milwaukee. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Prince. Kevin Porter comes in for Gary Trent. And Rollins subbed in for Anthony. And then for Detroit, Tobias Harris is checked in for Reed. Holland comes in for Duncan Robinson. And it's LeVert in for Jaden Ivey. Here's Porter. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from LeVert. Cunningham passes to LeVert. In the corner, it's Harris. The Pistons working the ball around now. Here's Cunningham. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Cunningham's got 30 points.
And the strength of Cunningham. Fantastic job there scoring on the defense.
Milwaukee leading by 7. There's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that.
For Detroit, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. LeVert from outside. It's good!
And you can see where he's made the adjustments. This half has been much better.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Milwaukee leading by 6. Here's Rollins. Onto the Kumbo. Rejected by Harris.
That is great anticipation by Harris. When he's working this hard defensively, he's a difference maker.
And LeVert with that slashing approach coupled with the outside shot. Boy, he is not an easy cover.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Cunningham against Rollins. It's Portis. From 19, that one goes.
And that bucket should stop the bleeding.
They trail by 6. Now the Pistons with it. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Cunningham against Rollins. And the layup is off. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Portis. And Harris will pull it down. Pistons trail by 6. Now Cunningham. 6 to shoot. Duran with the screen on Kuzma. With the clock winding down. Oh, that was a two-hander.
Yeah, he really stepped up in the clutch. It is great to see Duran asserting himself.
Bucks leading by 4. Here's Rollins. Driving inside. Antetokounmpo. And the 3 misses.
Well, after a great start, he has really cooled off pretty quickly.
Cunningham. And it's good.
He has got ice in his veins. Cunningham once again being counted on in the clutch.
The Bucks shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Now Portis, and he jams it in.
That is world class.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
Detroit with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. 43 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. No good!
Well, let's make no mistake about it. If you want to cut into this lead, you're going to have to generate much better shots than that.
And so they foul intentionally.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
And adding these extra points is a huge difference this late in the game.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, anything they do at this point is going to be futile. Too little, too late.
Here's Porter, and they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game. Now a timeout called by Detroit. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
There's still a sliver of hope.
And it has to be a quick hitter. There is no time to waste.
Target from outside, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 8. What's your take, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
I can't wait to see what they draw up here and who they decide to go to.
And down goes the 3. And he commits the intentional foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. And so the Bucks take the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
So now, let's send it over to the sideline where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game.
Giannis, a tremendous performance. What enabled you to win this game so convincingly?
It was a team effort. I think we came out, we did not mess around with the game. We did our job, we defended, we moved the ball. That's why we were able to close the game.
Giannis always recognizing the importance of his teammates. Thanks so much, Giannis.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that'll do it, folks. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.